till my last day, I will tell you that regionalism is the only best option. Because let's face it, we are all different and unique in our own different ways. But you see, the problem is, when you talk about this now, you now look like, oh, this is a separatist. This is a person that doesn't promote unity. He wants to scatter this country. And in so doing now, the government have put machineries in place to ensure that anybody that goes against the provision that unity must be promoted in all means, by all means possible, he's an enemy. So let's tell ourselves the truth. The fact is, deep down within our minds, we all know that the problem here, past waiting we go vote one man, say may represent and make things all good. We all know, tell ourselves the truth. And in that vein, that is why I'm telling you, till my last day, I will tell you that regionalism is the only and the best option. Not in the sense that I am trying to promote a situation where you go see the next person, you go hate them or whatever. But that will ensure accountability and closeness of the government to the people, unlike what we are seeing now. But everybody wants to promote, in as much as I will promote the message of unity in the sense that if we divide in a haphazard way, everybody goes in own based on banter, whatever, you know, go good. You go see this person, you know, go like, and this person go see this person, you know, go like him. But let's tell ourselves the truth. And at the end of the day, forget about damn unity. To hell with unity. The fact is, even in the unity, is the game of survival of the fittest. Am I lying, people? Between God and man, Allah, just tell me, ask your conscience, tell your conscience. Even in the unity, is the game of survival of the fittest. That is what we are doing. We are all different and unique in our different ways. Nobody is special, nobody is less, nobody is more. But the fact is, that is human nature. This is psychology, sociology, philosophy, everything. And the fact is, well, my general message in regards unity is, Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, minority tribe, or whatever, see every other person as human being. But in terms of administration and delivering the right and the best dividends of democracy, I am telling you, we can't have one man piloting the whole affairs of Nigeria, and we say it's going to result into that change that everybody desires. Let's face it now. Even developed nations, they are not doing these methods that we are doing. With smaller population in comparison to our own. They are not doing that. And we now, an African man for that matter, is now trying to prove that he can actually do more than that which somebody that have colonized him is doing. Haba, let's tell ourselves the truth. But the fact is, just like I said, when you push this kind of message, they say, oh, this is a separatist. And there has been a lot of provisions in this regard. But let's ask ourselves the truth. In the midst of all this, who is this system paying? You will get to see that it's the minority of the population that this system that is being enforced is paying, not the majority. So seriously, sincerely speaking, my honest regional government, I want to go to the east, to the north, to the south, or whatever, to go and see people and see their culture, but don't bundle all of us under one Nigeria and say we have one president that is answerable to all these different ideologies. Am I lying, people?
To me, what I think we should do is we should have a kind of, I won't say a division, but the problem we have in Nigeria is this tribal of a thing. If there is a way we can divide, but not divide like, let's say this tribe, oh yeah, govern yourself in the way you understand yourself. This tribe, govern yourself in the way you understand yourself under one federal government. Now, this federal government, the powers that they have right now, we have to reduce to at least to allow the tribes or anything we can call it, or the zona or anything, the east, the south, the north, to govern themselves the way they understand. Let everybody start building their zona, this thing under one federal government. And then it could be better. But doing this, in, you know how many tribes we have in Nigeria? Like, I don't understand. It's going to keep causing problem and keep causing problem and keep causing problem.
I think at this point, I am not an agent of confusion or anything. Look at the event of things that has been happening lately in Nigeria. The Igbos does not love the Hausas. The Hausas does not love the Yorubas. You know, and those are the major predominant, tribes in Nigeria. And what I see is just forceful and pretentious attitude just to get votes and support from each other just to, gain the federal power. Federal power, that is a major problem in Nigeria. So certain things that should be put in place is not actually in place because anybody that holds the federal power does not want to offend the region that are supporting him politically. Let there be less concentration on the federal level. Nigerians should start pushing for regional system of government. Igbos, choose your leader. Yorubas, choose your leader. Hausas, choose your leader. So with that, nobody will feel in any sort of way. Or maybe the other option is rotational system of government where there will be a 6-year tenure of presidency. And once it is your turn, another person takes over. Another region takes over. Then you see a rotational system, either rotational system of government or regional system of government. Problem plenty for Nigeria. Problem plenty for Nigeria.
If Nigeria were to split after a referendum, what happens next? Let's imagine Nigeria actually held a referendum and the result said split the country. What would happen next? What would disentangling 200 million person nation look like? Number one, constitutional and legal unbundling. Nigeria currently has no legal pathway for secession, so the first step would be amend the 1999 Constitution, pass new legal frameworks for dissolving federal structures, set up a transition commission to manage the breakup. This alone could take 1 to 3 years because every state house and national assembly would have to vote. 2, negotiating new borders. Even if regions split, the exact borders must be agreed. Which communities fall on which side? What to do with the minority groups? What to do with mixed cities like Abuja, Lagos, say Kaduna? Border negotiations in peaceful breakups can take 2 to 5 years. 3, division of assets and liabilities. Nigeria's assets are shared. Oil reserves and revenue streams, central bank reserves, military assets, federal institutions like NNPC, CBN, airports, seaports, refineries, foreign debts as well. Each new country must negotiate who gets how much debt, how to divide national oil income, how to share and transfer assets like power grids, pipelines, roads, and water networks. This is the most complicated part. It could take 3 to 10 years. Now, the military question. The armed forces will need to be reassigned, restructured, and relocated, renegotiated as well. Military detangling is usually slow and sensitive, and it could take 2 to 7 years. 5, currency and financial systems. New countries call new economic systems, separate currencies or shared transitional currency, new central banks, negotiation with IMF, World Bank, AU, ECOWAS, writing tax laws and trade agreements. Expect 1 to 5 years of rolling transitions. 6, free movement and citizenship. People must choose nationality. Can you keep dual citizenship? Will people still move freely across borders? What happens to Nigerians living and working outside their new regions? Identity immigration and frameworks could take 1 to 4 years. Natural resources and oil producing areas, let's look at that for number 7. This is where conflicts usually arise. Which nation controls what oil fields? How to share pipelines, export terminals, power plants. Oil and gas negotiations could take 5 to 10 years depending on cooperation. 8, infrastructure that cuts across regions like roads, power grids, water networks, telecom cables, and all interconnected. They must be transferred to new governments. Jointly managed, temporarily rebuilt or restructured long term. This is a 10 to 20 year process. 9, movement of government workers. Massive bureaucratic relocation. Federal civil servants, agencies and status, NYC, police, teachers, federal courts, realistically 2 to 6 years of administrative reshuffling. Total estimated time to fully detangle. Fast and peaceful breakup, 5 to 10 years. More normal and bureaucratic negotiated breakup, 10 to 25 years. If disagreements occur like South Sudan or Yugoslavia, it could stretch to 30 years. So what will be the most affected? Number 1, economy, oil revenue allocation, currency stability, foreign investment, interstate trade, jobs and migration, security, military split, border security, potential clashes in mixed regions, and national identity as well. People will need to redefine passports, national teams, embassies abroad, national holidays, education and institutions, JAM, NYSC, like I said, universities and federal schools, accreditation and certification bodies, infrastructure, power grid, rail lines, pipelines, telecom networks, and social impact, new minorities, relocation of families, loss of social ties across regions. The big picture. Breaking up a modern country is not like take your side and I take my side and I walk away. It's like trying to divide a house where all the pipes and wires and walls are fused together.
My people, welcome back. I know a lot of you people have or are hearing what everyone here are saying concerning restructuring, regionalism, and whatsoever. Though there is a lot of problem in this country today, and we know the issue and what is behind the problem. Although it's not as if the president is not there seeing this whole problem going on, but just that the country we are is bigger than for one person to rule. Because you cannot tell me that for a country that over 200 million people or 250 million people are in, only one person can be controlling it and it will work the way everyone expects. It cannot work like that. There is no way a single person can rule. Even to control 10 persons is a very, very hard job. Talk more of even controlling 250 million people. It is very, very hard. So that's why anytime I see people complaining about any president, I normally sit down to watch them, because it is not a money job. It is not money job, sorry, to be a president. It's not money job. And those guys, they are not sleeping. You might think that they are, although we know they are enjoying money, flexing, but they are under pressure too, because they are facing a lot, because this nation is bigger than what they can control. So instead of us to be under one person to be controlled by, it is better they do this thing, they regionalize, so that everyone control its own region. Because I think if everybody start controlling the region, everything will get better. This insecurity will stop. I think this food insecurity too will stop, because the thing that is causing a lot of food insecurity and insecurity is some the government not being able to watch over everything going on, and it is not his fault because he cannot see everything, he cannot, because the nation is bigger than him. That's why we are telling you that let them regionalize or restructure, so that this whole assignment upon only him reduces, so that you control your own region, me I take care of my own. You that want Sharia or jihad in your own region, you take it there. You that is buying of people you like in your own region, you buy your people. You that don't want to buy anybody in your own region, you stop buying your people. That is what we're seeing here. And although we know that most of you guys here might or get waiting now one make we hear, if you get anything like that, make you drop make others to learn. And also, if not today be the first time we see they come here, make you like, share, subscribe. Thank you.